Play for the number 1 seed in District 4 Class 3A against the New Hope High School Trojans. I'm Chuck Hathcock, and I'll bring you the play-by-play, and Jerry Locke, of course, will be on the camera here tonight at New Hope High School. Tigers are 24-4 and 9-0 in league play. The Trojans currently at 8-1. For the Trojans to get the number 1 seed in the district tournament scheduled for next week in Kosciuszko, they must beat the Tigers by more than 11 points to get that number 1 seed and get opposite the Carthage and West Kemper ball clubs. Tigers down New Hope 56-45 in Winona earlier this year. It'll be Torrance Shelton jumping against Craig Elliott, and tip is going to be controlled by Tim Vaughn of New Hope. Vaughn goes cross court to David Johnson. Johnson to Julius Johnson. We'll set your starters as soon as we can. David Johnson, Tim Vaughn. Inside, Vaughn fouled on the play. He makes one of 2 as we had technical difficulties, and it's 1-0 in favor of New Hope. Tigers on the attack. Andre Crowder to Mark Hamer. Hamer goes inside. Craig Elliott, turnaround jumper off the backboard, in and good. Craig Elliott makes it a 2-1 ball game. Tigers are pressing. Trojans get it across. Julius Johnson to Tim Vaughn. Vaughn goes in the corner to David Johnson. Gets it back to Vaughn. Julius Johnson, 20-footer, short, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Craig Elliott as he picked up the loose ball, fought between Torrance Shelton and Frederick Lockhart. 2-1, 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go, opening quarter. Mark Hamer on the attack for Winona. Man-to-man defense by New Hope. Shot by William Smalls, in it good from 15 foot. William Smalls makes it 4-1 Tigers. Inbounds pass to Julius Johnson. Gets it to David Johnson as they break the Tigers' pressure to Tim Vaughn. Vaughn fakes the shot, does not want it, gives it to Johnson and gets it back. Julius Johnson will take it from 17. He's in and out, no good rebound. Shelton knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. And it'll be Tigers basketball. Played the length of the court. Mark Hamer will walk it in for the Tigers across the half-court line. Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Having problems, going to be called for a 5-second violation. Did not get rid of the basketball in time. It'll be New Hope basketball. As we said, we'll set the starters for you. For the Tigers, of course, Andre Crowder and William Small at the wings. Mark Hamer at the point guard position. Frederick Lockhart, Craig Elliott at the bases. We'll set New Hope for you in just a minute. The Trojans on the attack. Julius Johnson in the corner to David Johnson. Goes inside, stolen away by Mark Hamer as Andre Crowder got a hand in and knocked it loose, and Hamer came up with a loose basketball. 4-1 your score here in the first quarter of play from New Hope. Mark Hamer, Andre Crowder, free throw line jumper, any good. Andre Crowder makes it 6-1 Tigers. Tigers pressing. Spence Atkins gets it to Julius Johnson. He gets it across, maybe goes back court, nothing is called. In the corner to David Johnson. Julius Johnson gets it back, takes it from 20 foot. He's short. Rebound, William Small. Now for New Hope, they'll start 20, David Johnson, 15, Julius Johnson. Point guard will be 21, Tim Vaughn. Spence Atkins and Torrance Shelton. Number 44, Atkins, 35, Shelton. William Small shot in it good from 10 feet. It's his 4th point of the night. It's an 8-1 game. New Hope on the attack. They get it across the 10-second line. Vaughn inside Torrance Shelton. Stolen away by Andre Crowder. Tigers will walk it up, leading 8-1. Opening quarter of play. Playing for the number 1 seed in District 4 Class 3A here tonight. Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Pass to William Small. His shot in and good, and he's fouled by Spence Atkins. Opportunity for the 3-point play. It's 10-1. Atkins' first personal. Timeout is called by Coach Herman Robinson. 4:18 to go. Tigers are out on top, 10-1. As we said, the winner, if the Tigers either win this game or lose it by less than 11, they will play the winner of Carthage and West Kemper. And if they do lose it by more than 11, they'll play the winner of Kosciuszko and Eupora. 11-1 your score as the Trojans try to inbounds the pass, and it's batted out of bounds by William Small. And momentary timeout as they want to move the Winona High School cheerleaders out to give the New Hope player room to move. Finally get it inbounds to Tim Vaughn. Vaughn moving it up court in a hurry for the Trojans. Gives it to Spence Atkins, gets it back. In the corner to David Johnson. Julius Johnson, now Tim Vaughn moves against Mark Hamer, and Hamer's going to be called for the blocking foul for Hamer, his first personal, team first. One team foul each here in the first quarter play. 11-1 your score. Tigers out in a hurry against the Trojans. Leaded by 10. Vaughn, 20-footers, long, no good. Tip, rebound, Vaughn with a loose basketball, goes inside to Atkins. His shot is blocked, but he's fouled by William Small. For Small, his first personal, team second. That'll send Atkins to the line to shoot a pair. 11-1 your score. Midway through the first quarter of play. Shot by Atkins is short, hits the front of the rim and bounces away. He'll have the second one fouled in the act of shooting. Second free throw, in and good. It's an 11-2 game. Mark Hamer will walk it up for the Tigers. Working against that New Hope man-to-man defense. Cross court to Frederick Lockhart. Shot in and good. They sagged off of Lockhart. He was wide open on the baseline. Hamer hit him with the pads, and he laid it up and in. Tigers pressing full court. Pass almost stolen away by Mark Hamer, and he's going to be whistled for the foul. Trying to get the pass away from Julius Johnson. For Mark Hamer, his second personal, team's third. David Johnson will inbounds it just in front of the New Hope bench, and there's the end of the basketball court. Pressure by the Tigers, broken by New Hope inside, laid up and in by the Trojans. And it's an 11-4 game. Inside to Williams, make that Craig Elliott. His shot, no good. Rebound, Frederick Lockhart. Shot, no good. Tip, William Small. Rebound, no good. Tip, in and good by Craig Elliott. So Elliott getting up, getting that tip to go down, and it's on a 13-4 game. Trojans on the attack now. Julius Johnson with the basketball now. David Johnson. Julius Johnson. Shot in and good by Temple now in the ball game. Number 23 is Temple. And it's a 13-6 game. Make that 15-6. Shot by Small is in and good. William Small gets his 9th point. It's a 17-6 game. Trojans will walk it up. Julius Johnson, David Johnson, cross court to Temple. Number 35, Shelton, in and good from the corner. That's Torrance Shelton. Makes it 15-8. Make that 17-8. In trouble keeping up with the score. So. Hamer stolen away by Temple. He drives, shot, no good. Rebound, William Small. Hamer will walk it up for the Tigers, leading it by 9, 17-8. Hamer on the attack, goes inside. Craig Elliott drives baseline, puts up a shot, no good, partially blocked. Small rebounds, his shot blocked, but he's fouled by Torrance Shelton. His first personal, team second. That'll send William Small to the line to shoot a pair. Small with 9 points here in the opening quarter of play. It's 17-8, Tigers by 9. First shot by Small, in and good. That's 10 for Small on night. He's in double figures here in the opening quarter of play. He'll have the second, fouled into active shooting. Shot, in and good. Got them both. And it's 19-8. Julius Johnson going to stop. Free throw line jumper, long, no good. Rebounded out by Temple as he saved the loose basketball for New Hope. Johnson to David Johnson. Shot from 18 foot. He's long, no good. Rebound, Craig Elliott. Over Dent now, number 41, Dent, who is in the ball game for New Hope. Hamer on the attack for Winona. Looks inside to Craig Elliott. Shot, and it good. Craig Elliott, 6-point for Craig. It's 21-8. Tigers by 13. Julius Johnson to Temple. Shot from 16. He's long, no good. Rebound, William Small. Hamer walks it up for the Winona. Works against Julius Johnson to Andre Crowder. Gets it back. Hamer gives it back to Crowder. Gets it back. Hamer works against Johnson. Goes right side. Gives it off to Small. He'll get it back. Gives it to Crowder. Free throw line jumper in and good. Andre Crowder makes it 23-8. Long shot by Johnson at the quarter. Tigers lead it 23-8. We'll be back in a moment. Start quarter number 2. Tigers out on top by 15. It's 23-8. Playing for number 1 seed in District 4 tournament coming up next week in Kosciuszko. We'll start Tuesday night. In fact, we'll start at Kosciuszko, Mississippi, beginning Tuesday night. The number 1 seed will play Thursday night at 5:45 and play the winner of West Kemper and Carthage. Tigers get the basketball on alternating possession to start quarter number 2. Mark Hamer on the attack for Winona. Pass is tipped away and stolen away by Torrance Shelton as they tried to go inside to Craig Elliott. Pass was tipped away by Johnson. Trojans came down with it. New Hope on the attack. Cross-court pass. Johnson. Now Julius Johnson as they pass it over the zone. Shot no good. Rebound, Mark Hamer. It's Trojans skip pass over the top of the zone to get the open shot. Was no good. Tigers on the attack now. Hamer in the corner. Andre Crowder shot in and good. Andre Crowder makes it 25-8. That's 6 for Andre. Trojans on the attack. Julius Johnson to Tim Vaughn. In the corner to David Johnson. Looking inside for Torrance Shelton. They get it into him. Back out to Julius Johnson to Tim Vaughn. Back inside to Shelton. Turnaround jumper in and good. Torrance Shelton makes it 25-10. The Trojans begin to pressure. They get it to Craig Elliott. He gets it down court. Pass to Andre Crowder, and he'll back it out and give it to Mark Hamer. Trojans getting aggressive on the defense. And we're going to have a foul called inside on Frederick Lockhart. Well, we're not going to comment on that. So we go to the other end of the court with a 1-and-1. They undoubtedly called Frederick for holding inside, trying to get position. And the Trojans will shoot a 1-and-1. Down by 15 with 6:41 to go in the first half. Tim Vaughn shooting. Shot no good. Rebound, William Small. The Trojans going to the 1-and-1 and missed the first opportunity. Down court pass is knocked out of bounds. And it'll be the Tigers basketball. 25-10 your score. 15-point lead for Winona. William Small gets it in to Craig Elliott. And he'll give it to Hamer, who will set the offense against the New Hope man-to-man. Inside, Craig Elliott drives, puts up a shot, blocked, but he's fouled by Torrance Shelton. That's his second. That'll send Craig Elliott to the line to shoot 2 shots. So far for Craig Elliott, he has 6 points on the night on 3 field goals. First free throw by the 6'3 juniors in and good. He'll have the second one. Fouled in the act of shooting. He measures and shoots. Goes in and out and goes back in. And it's a 27-10 to 10 game. 17-point lead for the Tigers here in the second quarter. David Johnson shot blocked by William Small, picked up by Mark Hamer. Hamer now brings it up for the Tigers. Looking inside, goes in the corner to Crowder. Crowder gets it to Craig Elliott. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound tip. No good. Out of bounds. It'll be Tigers basketball. Last touch by David Johnson. And number 10, and his name Connell, checks in for New Hope. Mark Hamer inbounds it to Lockhart. Gives it to Mark Hamer. Hamer will set it up for the Tigers, who lead it by 17 at 27-10. Into Craig Elliott. Turnaround jumpers. Any good. Craig Elliott, 10th point for him. It's 29-10. Tigers by 19. Temple, pass back out to Shelton. Long jumper, no good. Rebound by Connell. And wait a minute, we have a foul called on the play. And that's on Craig Elliott. It's his first personal, and that'll send Connell to the line. And it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for him. Tall, lanky young man. Shot. In and out, no good. Rebound, Craig Elliott. He gives it to Mark Hamer, who will bring it up. The Tigers by 19, 29-10. Second quarter of play from New Hope. Hamer to Crowder and gets it back. Works against Temple. And going to have a blocking foul called on Temple. He tried to draw the charge, but was still moving as Hamer made his move to his left. And the block was called on Temple, his first. Inbounds pass batted out of bounds by Shelton. Small will get it in to Mark Hamer in the backcourt, and he'll bring it up against Dent. Works left side, looking inside for Craig Elliott. Goes cross court, Frederick Lockhart. His shot, in and out, no good. Spins in and out and rebounded by Torrance Shelton. Tough luck for Frederick Lockhart. He had the shot and just spun in and out on him. In the corner to Connell. Connell to Vaughn. Temple, shot any good from 15 feet. Temple makes it 29-12. Small, as the Trojans begin to put a little pressure on the Tigers, gets it across to Crowder in the front court for Winona. He'll give it to Mark Hamer, and he'll set it up. Hamer works right side this time against Dent, looking for someone to give it to. Gives it to Crowder, free throw line jumper, long, no good. Tip, no good. Another tip, rebounded, pulled out by Temple of New Hope. And he'll walk it up and give it to Vaughn, the point guard, to set the offense for the Trojans as the Tigers stay in their zone defense. Connell in the corner to Vaughn, goes inside to Shelton. Shot, no good. Rebound, William Small. 17-point lead for the Tigers. It's 29-12. Hamer works against Temple. Has it batted away, and he's going to be whistled for a foul. His second. And that'll send Mark Hamer to the line to shoot a 1+1. Fifth team foul against the Trojans as we play in the second quarter. Hamer yet to score on the night. And he's long, no good with the free throw. Rebounded out by Tim Vaughn. Vaughn bounces it off his foot, and the Tigers come up with it. Mark Hamer with a loose basketball. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Tigers by 17, 29-12. Inside pass to Small, in and out, no good. Rebound, Torrance Shelton. He had the open shot and missed it. Down to Shelton, who drives in and good with the shot. His 8th point of the night. It's 29-14. Lead is down to 15. Crowder gets it down into the front court for the Tigers. Being pressured. And it's going to be a blocking foul called on Connell. His first personal, that'll send Andre Crowder to the line to shoot a 1+1. 6 points on the night for Crowder. The 5'8" senior will shoot a 1+1. First one, in and out, no good. Rebound by Connell of New Hope. Gives it to Vaughn, who brings it up for the Trojans. David Johnson going to work. Give it back to Vaughn. To Dent. 12-footer, no good. And he's fouled by Andre Crowder. His first personal. 2:46 remaining. 29-14 your score. Two-shot opportunity for Temple. Has 4 points on the night off the bench. Shot in and good. He'll have the second one, of course, fouled in the act of shooting. He's short. Rebound, Mark Hamer. Lead is down to 14 now, 29-15. Mark Hamer works against Temple of New Hope. Goes left side. Gives it to Andre Crowder, and he'll get it back. Hamer stops his dribble. We're going to have a foul call on the play on William Small. Called for pushing, trying to set a pick. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for New Hope. They trail it by 14 here in quarter number 2. Shot in and good. Atkins with the free throws makes it 29-17. Suddenly the lead is now 12. Hamer brings it up for Winona. Works against Temple. Going to stop, shoot a 12-footer. Long, no good. Rebounded out by Tim Vaughn as he brings a loose ball up for the Trojans. Pass down court to Temple. His shot, no good. Tip, no good. Foul on the play. It's going to be called on Craig Elliott. For Elliott, his second personal, and that'll send the Trojans back to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. It'll be Spence Atkins shooting. He's in and good. 4th point of the night for Atkins, all on free throws to this point. It's 29-18. Make it 29-19 as Atkins makes both free throws. He has 5 points on the night. Lead is down to 10. It was 17 at one time. Tigers get it into the front court. William Small will give it to Hamer. 10-point lead for the Tigers. Hamer to Crowder. Jump shot, no good. Rebound, Spence Atkins, and a foul on William Small, I believe. And it will be for William Small, his third personal. And the Trojans will go back to the free throw line, and the Tigers are going to take timeout as the momentum has begun to shift just a little bit in the way of the Trojans as they've cut the lead from 19 points down to 10. 1:43 remaining here in the second quarter of play as we're playing for the number 1 seed in the district tournament at Kosciuszko. Tigers must lose by more than 11 to lose that number 1 seed to the Trojans. The significance of the number 1 seed is not having to play Kosciuszko at least until the finals on their home court. The Whippet's been playing very well as of late. Free throw by Atkins is in and good. 6 point for Atkins, all from the free throw line. And the lead is 9 at 29-20. Make it 29-21. 7 points for Atkins. Crowder brings it up for the Tigers. Has it stolen away by Vaughn. Down pass to Temple. He lays it up and in. 29-23. And the Tigers haven't scored in a long time. Elliott down court in a hurry for the Tigers. Misses a shot. Rebounded out by Tim Vaughn of New Hope. Running down court. Going to drive and put up a shot. Falls in. He gets the roll. And it's 29-25. The Trojans pressing. Hamer gets it down court in a hurry. And let's see. We're going to have a charging foul, I believe. And we are on Mark Hamer. It'll be his third personal. Timeout called by the Tigers. 29-25 is your score. Trojans have ran off 15 straight points so far. Cut the lead from 19 down to 4. And we'll try to cut it down even less with this trip down the court. A little bit of confusion. Oh, okay, we're going to wipe a wet spot off the floor. Now we're ready for action as the Trojans bring the ball up. David Johnson, Tim Vaughn, Temple. They exchange a pass. Tigers in that zone. Trojans looking for the open shot. Not getting in any hurry. Less than 40 seconds to go in the first half. Inside to Shelton. In and good. Torrance Shelton makes it 29-27. Trojans pressing. Hamer to Small. Small gets it across and trapped in the corner. Gets it across to Hamer, and it's going to be a backcourt violation called against the Tigers. 29-27 your score. 17 straight points by the Trojans. And they'll probably hold it for the last shot of the first half. David Johnson. Now Tim Vaughn. Temple and Vaughn exchange a pass. Temple will get it back. He'll take it from 20 feet. He's long, no good. Rebound, William Small. Correction, Craig Elliott. And the first half clock will run out. At the end of the first half of play, Tigers 29, New Hope 27. (29-27) your score here at the halftime break. New Hope High School, Columbus, Mississippi. County school located in eastern Lowndes County, for those of you unfamiliar with the school. Very close, some 5 or 6 miles from the Alabama state line. A school that I was informed about a month ago will move up to another notch in classification next year. There'll be a Class 4A school, so maybe looking at the possible last or next to the last time. For a while, the Tigers and the Trojans will be playing basketball as they'll move up in classifications. But I also, to take their place, have been told that Philadelphia will move back into the district next year from Class 2A. So the District 4, Class 3A will still have 6 teams, but New Hope will be out and Philadelphia in. Trojans get basketball possession to start quarter number 3. Vaughn, inside, pass stolen away by the Tigers. William Small comes up with a loose basketball for Winona. Tigers bring it up. Leading it by 2, 29-27. Mark Hamer goes inside. William Small, in and good, and he's fouled by Spence Atkins. It's his second. 13 points for Small on the night. 31-27. Tigers by 4. Very critical the Tigers come out and score quick as they did not score for the last 3.5 minutes of the first half. Smalls free throw, no good. Rebound, Tim Vaughn. Vaughn brings it down in a hurry for the Trojans, and he loses the basketball, gets it back out, though, to Temple. He'll take a long jump shot. He's in it good. 9 points for Temple. It's 31-29, 2-point lead. Trojans continue to press as they did during the second quarter of play. Hamer gets it across to Craig Elliott, gives it to Small, and Hamer will get it back. 31-29, third quarter of play. Hamer drives, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound tip, no good. And the Trojans come out with it. Julius Johnson with a loose basketball. Tim Vaughn into Torrance Shelton. He's in it good, and the game is tied. 31-31. Pass stolen away by David Johnson. Trojans have a chance to take the lead for the first time since a free throw at 1-0. Vaughn, Temple. Vaughn will take it from outside. No good. Rebound, Craig Elliott. We're tied at 31. Quarter number 3. Hamer to Andre Crowder. Does not want the shot. We'll give it back to Hamer. Inside, Craig Elliott. He'll drive and put up a shot. He's in it good. Craig Elliott makes it 33-31. It's 12 points for Craig. Pass stolen away by Elliott. And the Tigers are bringing up the court, leading 33-31. Hamer works against Temple. Too small. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound, Craig Elliott. Stops, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Tim Vaughn. Vaughn pushes it up in a hurry for the Trojans. They trail by 2. Inside pass stolen away. Loose ball picked up by William Small as Andre Crowder once again gets a hand in there and knocks it loose. Hamer working against Temple. Goes to the corner to Andre Crowder. Crowder almost loses it. He gets it back. Being guarded by Vaughn. They reach in trying to tie him up. He takes a long jump shot. And 5-second violation called against Crowder. Closely guarded rule. It'll be New Hope basketball on the side. Playing it 3/4 of the length of the court. Vaughn walks it up, favoring an ankle, seems like. Temple goes inside. Shelton, 3-second violation called against Shelton. It'll be played by the Tigers the length of the court. As the Trojans are pressing full court. Hamer's pass deflected. Small gets it. Gives it back to Hamer, and he'll get it across the 10-second line. They're going to try to trap him in the corner, and he gets it out to William Small. Small will give it to Hamer for the offensive setup for the Tigers. Lead 33-31. In the corner to Andre Crowder. He'll bring it back out, and traveling violation is going to be called on the play on Andre Crowder. It'll be played by the Trojans. Vaughn will walk it up for New Hope. Shelton, David Johnson, Tim Vaughn looking inside. Temple will take the shot. It's in it good. Temple ties the game at 33. He's come off a bench and done a great job. He's got 11 points. Tigers get the ball down in a hurry. Hamer to Crowder. He'll give it to Hamer. The Tigers will go to work. Game tied at 33. Crowder, free throw line jumper. Nothing, as it was an air ball. Small tried to save it. Vaughn comes up with a loose ball for New Hope. He'll drive. He'll put up a shot. No good. Tip by Atkins. In it good. So the Trojans take the lead for the first time at 35-33 since they hit a free throw. Tim Vaughn did very early in the ballgame to make it 1-0. And we're going to have a foul as the Trojans were trying to trap Mark Hamer in the corner. Foul is called on Temple, and that's his third personal. 35-33 your score. Trojans are right on top. They must, however, win this contest by more than 11 to get the number 1 seed in the district tournament. Small turnaround jumper, no good, but he's fouled by Torrance Shelton, and that's his third. William Small was fouled. The Tigers will play it underneath their own basket. .318 to go. Hamer inside, Frederick Lockhart. In and out, no good. Rebound, Tim Vaughn. Trojans by 2 points. Tim Vaughn taking his time, bringing it basketball up, and he's just going to stop. And so it looks like the Trojans are going to try to see if they can get the Tigers out of the out of the zone defense. And Tim Vaughn's just going to sit back and hold the basketball and make the Tigers come get him, which he must since they are trailing by 2 points. According to the rules, which say the team trailing or tied, you must go get the basketball. You're warned the first time. Second time, you have a technical foul. It's a lack of action is what they call it. You must create some sort of action. If you have one person out with a ball like Vaughn, you must have one person on him. Some sort of action must be taking place by the defense, who is tied or either trailing. Johnson and Vaughn exchange a pass. Trojans lead 35-33. Tigers just putting a little token pressure, you might call it, on the ball, not to get in any kind of warning situation, which is a possible technical foul. Andre Crowder doing the pressuring for Winona. Johnson and Vaughn exchange a pass. Coach Herman Robinson trying to get the Tigers into the man-to-man. He knows he needs to win this basketball game by more than 11 points to get that number 1 seed, because neither one of these teams don't want to play Kosciuszko at least until the finals of the district tournament. The Whippets have been playing real well as of late. Vaughn holds it out. Referee Woodrow Brown counting, making sure the Tigers put the pressure on if they must. Vaughn changes the pass to Temple, and he'll get it back out some 3 or 4 feet from the midcourt line. Gives it to David Johnson. So we'll just have to wait and see if his strategy by Coach Herman Robinson backfires or helps him. Johnson and Vaughn exchange a pass. And Crowder continues to put a little pressure on Vaughn and the ball. Just enough to stay out of any kind of problems with the officials on the lack of action. Vaughn. Going to walk around with it and going to bring it back out and just move it just a little bit. Not in any big hurry. Hoping that the Tigers will go man-to-man. The Tigers know their position here too. They know that they stay close. They get that number 1 seed in the tournament. Vaughn turns and reverses his dribble and holds it back out again. Gives it to David Johnson. He'll take a top of the key shot. No good. Rebound, Frederick Lockhart. And that'll run out the quarter. The Trojans lead 35-33. We'll be back with the final quarter in just a moment. Start quarter number 4. Unusual bit of circumstances. The Trojans went into a stall. Last 2.5, 3 minutes of the third quarter. Tigers will get the basketball. Trojans by 2. Hamer in the corner to Crowder. Crowder has it almost stolen away, gets it back. And he'll give it to Mark Hamer. Hamer works left side against Temple. Inside, Craig Elliott. Elliott's shot, no good. Rebound by Torrance Shelton. And let's see, we'll just have to wait and see what the Trojans do. Trying to stay with his pull-out type of offense, make the Tigers go man-to-man. Let's just wait and see. Looks that's what we're going to do. And don't get me wrong, the Tigers want to win this basketball game very badly, as anybody would. But they know that if the ball game should end like it is, they're still the #1 seed in the district tournament at 24-5 or 25-4, depending on the outcome of the ball game. So they're concerned, but yet they're not panicking by no means. David Johnson now with the basketball. Goes in the corner to Temple. Temple gives it to Vaughn. And Tigers continue to just put a little pressure on them. Just enough, as we said, not to get a lack of action call, which results first in a warning and then a technical foul. Vaughn and David Johnson exchange a pass. Vaughn will get it back. He'll drive to the top of the key and bring it back out front. And pass it to Johnson and get it back. So the Trojans continue to hold the basketball. Coach Herman Robinson trying to get the Tigers out of that zone. And Winona not budging. So play just virtually coming to a standstill as far as action is concerned here at New Hope High School. 35-33. Trojans have the lead and the basketball. Temple and Vaughn exchange a pass. Vaughn out at about the 28, 29-foot mark of the court. Gives it to Temple and gets it back. Vaughn just holding the basketball. David Johnson gets it back. Tigers not budging, neither are the Trojans, so Hamer puts a little pressure on Temple. Gets it back to Vaughn. Vaughn to Johnson. Johnson gives it back. Just playing a little bit of catch here in the fourth quarter. Not much else going on. Andre Crowder's out with Vaughn, but not putting that much pressure on him. He steps out a little further, Crowder does. Vaughn continues to hold the basketball. Gives it to Temple. Temple will stand there and just put the ball on his arm, and finally he'll pass it back out to Vaughn. Crowder put a little pressure on Vaughn. Gives it to Temple. And he'll get it back. And the crowd here at New Hope High School beginning to try to get the Trojans involved a little bit into the basketball game. Mark Hamer putting a little pressure on Johnson. It's now the Crowder and Hamer begin to put the pressure on the basketball for Winona. Vaughn goes now left side, and he'll give it to Temple. As Temple and Johnson exchange their areas where they are on the court. Now Temple will sit out there and hold the basketball under his arm, and finally he'll pass it out to Vaughn, who gives it to David Johnson. So the Tigers aren't budging. 3 men back. Frederick Lockhart, William Small, and Craig Elliott, they're just standing around. They know they're not going to let anybody, they're not going to come out man-to-man. Tigers have already made that very clear. Mark Hamer, Andre Crowder continue to put the pressure on the ball. But that's all that seems to be going on to this point. Trojans lead it by 2, as we said, 35-33. Tigers only scored 4 points so far the second half of play, but obviously the Trojans have held the basketball. That has a lot to do with it, although they have missed a couple of opportunities to score. Temple back out to Vaughn. Vaughn holds the basketball, being guarded by Crowder. Andre puts a little bit more pressure on him than he has been. Now to Vaughn. Vaughn and Temple exchange a pass. Crowder on Temple now. Cross-court pass to Vaughn. Vaughn back out to Johnson, to Temple. Drives down court. Temple does. He throws it away. So the Trojans have it backfired so far. It really hasn't done much other than run the clock out. They The first time he went into the stall, they took a shot at the end of the quarter and missed it. Now they go into the stall in the fourth quarter and they throw it away. Crowder shot from the corner, hitting good. Andre Crowder ties the basketball game up at 35-35. Now let's see what the Trojans do. Now they'll go to work now in the tie basketball game, and thus far it's backfired for Coach Herman Robinson. Shot hitting good by Temple. 13 points on the night for him. It's 37-35. Hamer in the corner to Andre Crowder. His shot long, no good. Rebound fought for. Tim Vaughn comes down with it for New Hope. Long pass down court, out of bounds. It'll be the Tigers basketball as the pass was too long for Johnson. The Tigers called timeout. 37-35 your score in the fourth quarter of play, which has 1:35 to go. The Trojans held the ball out on the Tigers. New Hope by 2. Winona will have the basketball. Now I can really bet you they're going to hold it out once they get the basketball back. The Trojans will this time. If the score stays as it is, the Tigers will remain the #1 seeded team in the district tournament at Kosciuszko. They'll play the winner of West Kemper Carthage. That will put the New Hope Trojans #2 seeded at 9-1 in district play, and they will play the winner of Kosciuszko and Eupora. In all probability, they'll them playing the host Kosciuszko Whippets, who played the Tigers down to the wire at Kosciuszko before losing 65-61. Hamer on the attack for Winona. Being guarded by Temple inside Craig Elliott, and he's fouled on the play by David Johnson. That's his first. Neither team really close to the 1-1 because obviously the time being taken off the clock by the Trojans. Hamer will trigger the inbounds pass in for Winona underneath their own basket. In the quarter, Andre Crowder, 15-footer, in and out, no good. Rebound, David Johnson. So the New Hope crowd likes what they see. They're up by 2, and they're going to pull it out. As you see Tim Johnson waving to his teammates, telling him to pull him out. Now the Tigers are going to put pressure, and Craig Elliott bats the pass out of bounds. A little disgusted with himself, but the Trojans will play it on the side, leading by 2, 37-35. Vaughn falls, and he's going to be called for walking with the basketball. He slipped on a wet spot on the floor, called for walking. Referee Woodrow Brown calls for a towel for the wet spot that Vaughn slipped on. Tigers have an opportunity to try to tie the basketball game up, trailing it by 2, 37-35. Winona jumped out to a 29-10 lead in the second quarter of play. 1:02 remaining in the ball game, as you see. But New Hope ran off 17 straight points at the end of the second quarter of play to cut the margin to 2 at halftime. Took their first lead at 35-33. Craig Elliott shot is short. Rebound, David Johnson. The Tigers' 2 opportunities to tie it have come up short. Less than a minute to play in a basketball game. 37-35. Tigers going to pressure now. William Small on Vaughn. Vaughn gets it in the corner to Shelton. Gives it to Johnson. Vaughn gets it back. Goes to the free throw line, back out to Temple. Temple in the corner, now Vaughn with a basketball. Vaughn to Temple, back to Vaughn. He fakes the shot at the free throw line, looking for someone to give it to Torrance Shelton, back to Temple, to Vaughn. They try to get it away from Vaughn. He loses it but gets it back. Now gives it to Temple. In the corner to Atkins, back out to Johnson, and they foul Johnson, and let's see what they call it. They are going to call it a 1-and-1 opportunity. 3 seconds remaining in the ball game as the Tigers had to foul, and they're going to call timeout. And they finally get it. 37-35. So Tigers are going to be number one seeded team no matter what happens now. Trail it by 2. Not a 1-and-1 opportunity. So the Trojans get it in. Tim Vaughn, and he'll run out the clock. The Trojans are going to win the basketball game 37-35. The Tigers are 24-5. They'll be number one seeded in the tournament and play the winner of West Kemper and Carthage.